Xarnax42. Both characters will be using the Strength HP builds, and my guest commentator tonight is the Seawolf1.
Hey everybody. Alright, so Vodcast's a little different. The race already happened before, so we're going to see a previous race that was streamed to their own channels and recorded on IRC. So the results are already known technically. I didn't look myself.
Neither have I.
Could be surprised.
Absolutely, and looks like we're starting with an herb and some gold.
Alright, basic start. A little health, a little gold, one magical key, and I think sleep was the optional spell they had.
And plenty of MP to cast it as well.
And we're seeing on one side, MisterHomes decided to save in case he gets killed, to be able to save that gold. And Xarnax says, who cares, let's just win this game. There's a town right there.
And a quick wipe for Xarnax to... Oh, no, he survives. 3 HP.
Ooh, he doesn't use the herb, he dies. In the swamp. Now we're seeing a little quirk here. That cave is one space just south of being able to see that town in that swamp. You have to go across above that cave to see that town. So the limited screen size is going to hinder Holmes, who has the gold and has to save, to go to that town. Whereas Xarnax may actually restart his race and get that gold back.
But we got MisterHomes with the first kill on a slime.
He's gonna go on red slime as well.
Oh, and the first town is Cantlin.
And Xarnax sees the hand axe and says, I want my gold back.
Except I think he's got to go through all that text again.
Oh, definitely yes, but it will be good in the long run when you can kill enemies in 1 hit or 2 hits versus having to fail wildly for 5 rounds of combat.
While MisterHomes is there dealing with a ghost and he's putting it to sleep.
Heard it served him well. Promotion! Now that's a level.
Oh yeah, 11 power? I'll take it. And heal more and hurt more to start.
And there's a scorpion, who says, haha, cute, fire breath. So Scorpion is a good grind enemy early on, but as things stand now, they're going to want to kill it as fast as possible, because it might just kill you back.
But with hurt more and 18 MP, should easily be able to take him out.
Okay, so your only concern now is your response speed is so slow on an ambush. Oh, Xarnax gambles and loses on the swamp.
One step short.
Never want to gamble and lose. Never works out well. And Xarnax may kick himself all his time trying to get this level and sneak into the town when he finds Hurtmore level 2. He might just, facepalm a little bit and go from there.
Meanwhile, we got MisterHomes hitting level 4 already, 3 minutes into the seed.
Hurtmore is a strange beast. Lets you go over your weight class. You see an enemy that's really big or strong, like a green dragon or a wyvern or a rogue scorpion. You can basically guarantee a kill. And like way bigger weight class, you get a whole bunch of experience points and grind up real quickly.
I believe Holmes had just found the vanilla stones of sunlight cave that held a torch.
He also finds a rogue scorpion who has the answer to Hurtmore. Like, yes, this is Xarnax. Xarnax will tell you the truth. So Xarnax eventually finds that level 2. There'll be a in the past facepalm you hear across the internet. Alright, so again, Rogue Scorpion is the strongest enemy who's guaranteed to die to a Hurtmore. Of course, they know stop spell, and they have high chilies, you can't run from them, they can still kill anyway. So you gotta be careful.
MisterHomes just dishing out crits. I believe that's the second one I've seen by him.
Yeah, crits are a set ratio. I think it's 164. They can be dodged, so you can crit and have it dodged at the same time and be really annoyed. But you roll the dice good enough in the first few enemy kills, or say you find a really strong middle slime or something like that, and free crit, it'll really put you ahead. That's why there's a lot of luck involved in the randomizer.
And it looks like Holmes' equipment. He picks up a club and a small shield.
The basics. Again, once you have the power of Hurt More at your disposal, most enemies will go down pretty quickly. Let's see with that magic weapon. The hit points are flowing.
As are the agility. Another 8 agility and 16 HP for Mr. Holmes.
It's pretty impressive. The first level had no agility bonus at all, and agility has overtaken a strength level on a strength HP build. Now, Star Weapon's a little scarier. The Star Weapon might survive, may survive a Hurt More. The HP ratio is not always in the same range as the Hurt More ratio. You can kill it in one shot if it's at low HP and roll high. You're not guaranteed, though. You know, Xarnax is still trudging towards that swamp. That's the thing, though. For again, a race that might have this problem, if you were in this race normally, vanilla, and playing it, and you had a wolf and a metal scorpion in your opening area, and you're dying to random enemies, and there's that much swamp between you and the town that might kill you if you've got any kind of damage at all. It's definitely a thing to consider that. Your opponent could be doing the same thing. So, it could be a lucky crit and moving on, it could be an early spell you didn't find, or it could be the fact that I had more tenacity than you and kept trying for that town, and got my hand axe, and now I'm going to do better. So you can't tell until after the race is over how things went.
And Xarnax finally making it to Cantlin. Let's see what he picks up here.
Greetings, sir. What can I get you? A hand axe and a large bottle of something hard.
Absolutely. Well, at least Xarnax isn't naked now. He's got some clothes to wear.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes is slaughtering enemies far below his weight class with Hurt More, getting lucky rolls. And it's level 6. With a hand axe, those Xarnax will get a kill, immediately find Hurt More, and then immediately start blowing things up. That's the stat cave, I believe. The cave I'm seeing right now is currently the Urge Totem Cave on Mr. Holmes' side. Free gold! The truest grind. You can go after that cave over and over again and get that gold, if you really want to. One fight away from finding out the truth of the seed. But Metal Scorpion, it was a problem, yeah. So, Xarnax had a really rough go the first part of the seed here.
Meanwhile, Mr. Holmes just kinda sailing by, getting that large shield.
Here we are, the moment of truth. Now, it seems terrifying, but Xarnax has 5 experience points, Mr. Holmes has 250 or 299. To be fair, one good fight made it up. Endgame, that's one fight with a golem, or one fight with a dragon. If they get caught up in a fight or sleep locked, you can make that experience point difference up very fast. By the way, Green Dragon is asleep. Don't fight Green Dragons.
Still better than the wolves from last night's seed, which showed us a sleep and hurt more, I believe.
The lesser of the Wombo combo. Alright, so Green Dragon again, a very strong enemy. Having sleep's a real problem. They don't often die to one hurt more, so they're worth grinding on, they're worth a ton of experience points and gold. If it survives though, and no sleep, you're probably gonna die. Meanwhile, left side. So many levels so fast, so experience points difference is not a huge deal early game. If it's like between level 14 and level 17 differential, that's a huge difference. Levels 3 to 6, not as extreme.
And considering both our runners already have hurt more and heal more, makes for a pretty quick catch up if you're behind by a couple hundred experience points.
Plus, the enemy happens to have a hurt resistance. Zarni has an X, so you can do a lot more damage in combat. find Garrenham to the northwest of Potential.
But no keys to check the basement.
You find an Armored Knight northwest of Potential. Now, Armored Knight will not die to 100 more. That is not possible. So that's not something you want to fight right now.
Though you could get lucky and an Armored Knight could roll hurt and only use that. We've seen that this tournament as well.
Definitely. You're hoping for a very weak spell pattern or lucky low rolls and you get 2 attacks off.
But in this case, that does not happen.
So Nash finds his little brother, who hits fairly hard as well, and with the ambush attack kills him before he gets a chance to hurt more or heal himself back up. MisterHomes kills the magic weapon to level 7. And again, huge stat boost. These levels are impressive. These levels are... MTI is nowhere to be found. These levels are like double digits on at least 2 stats per level up.
Oh, absolutely. 12 more power and then 12 more magic. That's going to lead to a lot more hurt mores and damage output.
Alright, so as they explore now, they have their weapons based up. Oh, golem, that's a problem. They have their weapons ready to go. So basically looking at Dragon Warrior game general, you want to look into travel the world, you're getting stronger, you're getting these abilities to fight these monsters. You gotta find yourself a few items. You gotta find the token of Erdrick that says, "Hi, I'm Erdrick." Well, kind of, sort of. And so everyone believes that you're a hero. You gotta find the Staff of Rain. Some crazy old man wants to give it to you from a harp, which is very strange. You gotta find some sunlight, which are very shiny rocks. You gotta find a jerk who puts them all together to get Rainbow Drop to open up a first Charlock. You can fight the Dragon Lord, who's some bad blue guy. I don't know.
Not to be confused with our resident mascot, the Drogon Lord.
But he's much worse.
Yes, he'll grandma kiss you to death.
Yeah, that kingdom is long gone. That kingdom is... Every town's Hawk's Nest. That kingdom is done. Xarnax finds the Erdrick Token Cave, which is a free cave, a little hard to walk through. If you're inexperienced or don't have a torch, it can be dangerous because there's no enemies. So if you get lost, you're having yourself a bonk fest. It now has outside, so you can escape whenever you want to. Easy peasy. Magic free flowing, actually. Both rangers have a good deal of spells to that level.
And you could do the get a gold grind in that cave as well, if you wanted to take a couple steps down, but looks like he chooses not to.
I have made the shameful grind. We found the Staff of Rain cave, so old man there wants a silver harp for Staff of Rain. MisterHomes grants the most evil of numbers, and proceeds to get himself a level. And again, big 22 magic points, huge stat gains these levels. This seed is incredibly generous in their stat gains, so they haven't found much in the way of towns or gear, but they are rapidly approaching safe combat. They can be ambushed by an enemy and get away. They can run away from enemies with higher agility. They're actually not in bad shape to explore the world now.
Not at all, especially with a hand axe and a large shield available up in Cantlin. That really opens the seat up.
We found everyone's favorite town of Breckenary.
Cheap ins.
Cheap in and the chance of a good weapons shop. Otherwise, unremarkable. Or if you're like me and a bonehead and use a cursed necklace during a fight by accident, you go there and kill yourself. Ooh, speaking of making your experience points back. Metal Slime on Xarnax's side, but it runs away.
Now, the good thing about the Cursed Necklace in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is that for 25% of your HP, you actually gain 10 attack power, which can really, really help out towards the end of the game when fighting the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, so you think, why don't I put that on now? Let's put on half less HP, it'd be fine. If I was to get cursed, which means the king says, ugh, look at you, I'm supposed to out of the castle. So you don't kill your MP or HP when you die. So you have your set MP level, and your HP goes to 1. So if you get to a point where you're basically at no MP and no HP, and you have to walk, through a swamp into a town, you can basically hardlock yourself out of the game.
And I've accidentally done that many times.
I got really close. Breckenridge is a long walk away. I got to my last Healmore and got there by luck. Had like 5 tries. I've gotten very close to doing that myself. Mr. Holmes, level 9. Got more spells and has found Garen's grave.
Oof, werewolves though.
Alright, Werewolf's a funny customer. So Werewolf has a very low, I dare say even none. Yes, cannot dodge hurt. But you think, okay, I can cast hurt more once and then punch him once to kill him. He does have a very high dodge chance, 764, so he does dodge frequently. So it might be worth your time at low levels to just blow him up twice and not risk being punched in the face by a werewolf.
Plus with that club, it's probably not going to deal too much damage.
First 2 chests in Garen's grave, not that great, so we're getting out of here. You don't have any keys.
Yeah, the gold belt.
Belt. Of No Good points out that Axonite grind's a good grind to have. They're worth a lot of, worth good experience points. They go down pretty easily.
Absolutely, and Xarnax has really made up those levels.
In the early game, not too big. End game levels are like 2,000 points apart. They're a real grind to get through. Early game, if you killed that metal slime before, you'd have been right there back where he is now. They've been basically tied.
Meanwhile, Mr. Holmes picking up the half plate, so getting a little bit more defense going.
A randomizer, especially this randomizer. If your early randomizer gameplay goes poorly, if you get killed a lot, you get lost, you fight, you get to a swamp, something like that, don't give up, because it's a randomizer. Things are changing really fast, really, really surprisingly. If you find your sword somewhere and Mr. Holmes dodges that chest for 2 hours, you're right back in it. So, any randomizer you're playing, don't give up because you have a bad opening. The Green Dragon is interesting. Green Dragon has sleep and hurt. So he can punch you for like 30 damage, or he can hit you hurt for like 6. So he might be kind to you, or he might just murder you. It's hard to say. The Charlock's pretty close to the opening area, so it's not a long walk by the Charlock. Should a grind go poorly. In fact, I almost say Xarnax is grinding on X-Knights now. So you're not actually exploring, you're just grinding on X-Knights.
Can't blame him. Get some early levels and worry about equipment later, considering that you can get plenty of stuff over in Cantlin.
Cantlin's right there, you got a bunch of towns close by, and frankly, the best 2 things in the game, you can't buy. So, if you find a sword or the armor somewhere, hey, who gets your wearing cloth? Sounds level 10, and levels keep giving massive boosts. Dragon Lord's in his castle, rocking back and forth in the field edition, terrified as these warriors, killing a slime suddenly gain like a 3rd arm of muscle. Just stats are jumping up like crazy.
At this point, I think either runner would really like to be finding either Hawk's Nest or Rimmledar to get some free keys.
Free keys are nice. Hawk's Nest is nice because you're probably strong enough to fight the boss monster. And, just take a punch, hurt more, heal up, take a punch, hurt more, heal up. Ooh, Red Dragon says, that's a cute trick. I have stop spell too. Hurt more, or stop spell and hurt. So once you have the armor, Red Dragon could be a safe grind. Very possible. Until then, he will stop you from healing and punch you to death. Alright, so again, this map's also a little windy. A lot of narrow passageways, quick turns, and the limited viewing point. Like you saw before, Mr. Holmes didn't see the first town too early on. Your limited view is a real challenge.
Still plenty of the map to explore as well, considering we've only found 2 caves. So, and what, 3 towns, I believe. Garingham, Tantagel, which is a freebie, Breckenary, and Cantler.
Yep. 2 caves. You know where Trolloc is, but Hawksnest is on the parts unknown. Swamp Cave is missing. Mountain Cave is missing. Rodar, which has keys, has not been found yet. Coal with a freebie item, possibly, has not been found yet. So a lot of the good things have not been found yet. So exploration, not a big deal. MisterHomes is actually using Repel to avoid small fights, so MisterHomes is kind of foregoing some free experience points to travel a little faster.
With these stats, though, I think it's all about exploration with MisterHomes. I think he's making the right play here.
And Rimildar found in the extremely northwest corner around which bends through a swamp. Rimildar is lurking in the corner, almost the edge of the world. You can tell by the water line on the side there. So, keys to MisterHomes. So, I found a cave before. This is you. He walks out. Now, important question: Mr. Holmes checked that one chest.
Yes, and I believe it was a torch that he found in there.
I mean, the chest in Rimildar. That one chest that takes 2 keys to get to.
Oh. Yeah, it's just a slight walk down towards there, so can't blame him for checking it, being safe.
It pays off. Silverharp. In the treasury now, Mr. Holmes is doing all of his due diligence. Urge sword the treasury.
And it looks like Xarnax is getting pretty close to Rimildar if he heads north.
It's close, that one swamp there. Where to go, but Stone Man might have something to say about it. Oh, Stone Man does the dunking. As I spark over last time I did a race commentary. Steps away from the Urge sword. Stone Man says no. Yes, there is no money in the treasury, but there is Urge sword and the death necklace.
And with how much HP that they've been gaining with these levels, that death necklace might come into play.
Currently 101 for both races, both level 10. That necklace is almost assuredly in play if level 14 or 15 is the way you have to grind to get enough other stats to fight Dragon Lord. It'd be a patent shot not to. Alright, this Holmes gonna bonk his way through.
Looks like Swamp South.
So we go right, then up one, then right, then up all the way up. Left, all the way up again.
Yep,
Or just cast outside.
South.
Or just cast outside and go at the top entrance, because the Swamp Cave's programming says you go at the top. A land of desert and mountains. We found Utah. So next, we're going to head back to that spot. Stoneman, again, is taking names. Stoneman, he's slower than most endgame enemies, but he's got a lot more HP, hits really hard, and he kind of resists hurt, so you can't, like, just, ping away at him. You gotta really, you gotta effort to kill that guy. If you're trying to save your resources and not heal up or not cast spells on him, you basically have to try and get away in 2 or 3 rounds before he punches you to death. So Stormman, again, for another seat I'm commenting on, is doing the work. Starts finding Garen's grave. Again, was close to Rimildar, didn't have the keys yet, so first 3 chests are fair game. Some gold and a cursed necklace. Or cursed belt in this case. Then time to go. Mr. Holmes again with the HP bank that Mr. Holmes has, you can take on Arbor Knight and roll the risk of being hit instead of getting hurt more off and still get your kill. So in a game like this where you can't dodge enemies, where basically you're going to heal up when you get hurt, having a huge pool of HP is a big bonus.
And Mr. Holmes going to check out the chests in Garenham.
And the Red Bull stash. You got wings like crazy. But what's the cave back here? This could be important. This could be Jerk Cave. This could be Mountain Cave. Yep, I'm thinking Mountain Cave.
Absolutely. I believe we've seen Swamp, Grave, Erdrick's Cave, and yeah, this is the last one available.
The Home's doing a Bachfest. That was none of that.
Yeah, this one's pretty difficult to go through blind.
It's true, the keys used to be where Gwellen was. And Gwellen's like, I gotta be on this thing. It's me. I'm important. And we said, no, Gwellen. Then she said that, but I must. And that was the end of that. Took 5 hours, but she got away. Our Mountain Cave so far, pretty tame. We got a torch, a magical key, which normally would be a great find, but you can't get it without having a key in the first place, so it's kind of a moot point.
And we got a minimum strength gold man.
Alright, and Xarnax upgrades the armor from the full plate. Also, the experience lead now. Xarnax level 11, so Holmes has found the sword and has a few more exploration options and has Riveldar and keys. Xarnax is stronger and probably has better overall gear. And also 104 HP for Xarnax level 11. So again, the stat gains just keep being obnoxious.
Yeah, it's actually, Mr. Holmes has the advantage here, considering he's found Erdrick's sword, and its defensive items only put him 3 defense points behind Xarnax, so I'd still say the edge goes to Mr. Holmes here.
I didn't have it before, he has it now, but he's in Caitlin. He's going to talk to the old man about where do I find my fancy something. Be my fancy flute. Be my fancy armor. Alrighty, 58 north, 69 west. On this map, you're probably finding the princess. Xarnax is going to sleep the snowman and run away. So in this game, if the enemy's asleep, you run away automatically. It's very handy. Same area before. This is right by Riveldar again, where he died last time. So he goes north here and survives. He'll find himself some keys. Mr. Holmes appears to be counting.
Can't blame him, to be honest. He's one of the best at counting his steps, so...
Yep, you got the knack for it. By all means, go to town. Riveldar for Xarnax. Keys inbound. It gets tricky now, because the directions are very linear. The map doesn't care, though. What irony if it's right outside Riveldar. They're both right there right now, and the armors or something's lying right there. Xarnax wisely chooses the check that chest and finds the silver heart.
And Mr. Holmes taking it safe, cast and stop spell on the green dragon so that it doesn't sleep block him.
Ding, level 11. 10 speed, 13 MP. Yeah, just
Cruising right along.
staff are not a problem this seed. Not at all.
Ooh, and it looks like it may be on the other side of Swamp Cave.
It might be across the world. In which case, you are definitely going to find the princess, because you cannot tell your location unless you're really good and you have a marking point from across the ocean there.
So I'd expect Mr. Holmes to be taking a trip back to Garringham to find that Swamp Cave. Or no, Swamp Cave was actually Tantagel.
Yes, in a surprise move, the king actually banished his own daughter to the basement for being too needy.
But thou must.
Get that whole daughter. Mr. Holmes does not want to be part of that, and will still count somehow without the princess. Mr. Holmes hops in the swamp cave and teleports right out of it.
We see another town on the bottom right of Mr. Holmes' screen.
We got left. We got Hawk's Nest and Coal. Both are great choices. Ooh, Blue Dragon is the guardian, and Blue Dragon has big bad breath.
And Mr. Holmes has found Hawk's Nest.
Ooh, the super roll by Blue Dragon. Well, Armor Knight guards the Hawk's Nest spot. So Wayland's guarded by a really, really angry Blue Dragon.
And at this point, this spot can either be token, flute, or nothing.
Nothing.
It can also be the armor, but nada.
No luck. Mr. Holmes wanders off trying to find Coal to get a freebie.
Now, if Coal is close by Hawk's Nest, this could actually be a pretty decent grind spot towards late game.
Yeah, that Armor Knight went down pretty simply. Blue Dragon is dangerous. Blue Dragon has the big breath, so until you have the armor, I think it's too scared to fight. Again, if you want to find the armor and it's on the map, you may have to kill it to find the location to get to the armor in the first place. So Blue Dragon might be doing his homework very well. Time will tell.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting that both common grind spots, Swamp Cave and Hawk's Nests, are actually attached to Tantagel and incredibly close to it.
Yeah, nothing better than endgame for a fairly safe grind kill. And if I'm trying to be sneaky and coy with a green dragon and just, I'll kill it with a punch game, it'll be easy. And then cast sleep. And ignores her soft spell. It's true. But again, you're trying to save time here. You're wondering how far your opponent is in a seed. Certain enemies to be careful about being casual with. If they know sleep, you gotta be careful. If they know, deal 2 breath and they don't use it often, but it's possible, you gotta watch out. Here's Coal.
There's Coal. And another cave.
That's probably the jerk cave at this point.
Yep, I believe that's it. Yeah, that is the only one that we have left.
Urge's Token. Hello, my name is Erdrick. So we know that, yeah, it's gotta be on the ground somewhere. So if you want to find the armor, you gotta find that spot in the maps. The Fairy Flute can be in a cave, and the other 2 places we checked out already are both dead ends.
Now, Fairy Flute as well can also be in Sharlock. I believe we ended up seeing that in last night's seed as well.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. The armor has to be on a ground spot. So, given that Cole had a token and Hawk's Nest had Bupkis, gotta be on the map somewhere.
Absolutely.
Old Man Erdrick was walking around and just killed over somewhere, and that was the end of that. But, yeah. Yeah, we know it's something second cotton over here. So Holmes is close to it, but not sure how to get there without, being able to home in on the situation. And Xarnax is going through the Mount Cave, yes. Hoping for a big find, but we'll find nothing of true use here. MisterHomes apparently sighing heavily and head back to Swamp Cave, so probably going to save the princess. Turns out thou must. Now, here you see this Holmes is actually a lower level, has weaker armor overall than Xarnax, so Blue Dragon, though, handles Xarnax pretty well. I'm not sure if Mr. Holmes is going to be able to take that without some luck. Mostly it's just because the, Super Dragon Breath is a problem. Xarnax in the Garen's grave, trying to sneak past by bonking, but can't find the door.
And here we go with Mr. Holmes trying to fight this blue dragon.
Ooh, nails a few lucky hurt mores.
Well, looks like he's going to get the GPS this go around.
Alright, very good. Because, with that Dragon Breath, you weren't safe, really. Even if they attacked normally and you had full HP, you were down to like 72 or 74 HP, you were still in range of being killed by Dragon Breath. So there was no safe time in that fight to be attempting to cast Hurt More. You had to do it. You were never safe in the process. Xarnax fights the darkness.
And the darkness fights back.
That's interesting. They're actually, they're annoying. They have high resistances, they're very fast. They don't have too much HP, but they can really grind your gears if you dodge a few swings, or, they can't really hit hurt too well. They're really hard to fight. I don't know that melee. Maybe Dragon Warrior 11 will have that song for us.
Well, there's a fairy flute on Xarnax's side.
So Garen's grave has the fairy flute, which will be handy for golems later on, perhaps. But golems haven't even seen they've appeared and been run from, so we don't know if they actually have attack power, if they have spells. Golems are actually very strong. Not sure how they want to fight.
And of course the golem can also be the guardian for the Dragon Lord as well.
A few things were terrifying of Seed, to do the whole seed and not see an enemy, and then suddenly realize right before Dragon Lord is, oh by the way, it's an Armor Knight, or it's Golem. What can it do to you? I have no idea.
I believe we've stopped. There's your golem.
That's a Storm Man.
No, actually, Xarnax ran into a golem on the left there.
Ooh, what'd it do?
Nothing but a nasty punch.
That's sometimes better, but in a global case it might be worse. It's one of those enemies where you say, oh, most enemies like, oh, thank goodness it doesn't have Dragon Lord Breath or hurt more. Some enemies like, oh, please don't punch me. Please don't hurt. Or, I don't know, please cast hurt more so I can take half damage. And both their random wanderings have maintained about equal experience points. So, Xarnax a minor experience point lead, but any kind of dedicated grinding from Mr. Holmes will make that back up. Armor's been found by Mr. Holmes. Way in the middle of nowhere.
And Mr. Holmes gets the strongest armor in the history of RPGs. It provides a huge boost in defensive stats, recovers your HP with every step, and prevents you from taking damage from both barriers and swamp.
So I got the extra bonuses of ignoring stop spell, taking half damage from hurt spells, and a third damage from dragon breath. Also slices dice of the Julian fries. The stones of sunlight in the deepest part of Garen's grave. But Xarnax always bounced through. He's not actually cast Radiant or used a torch. Xarnax has bonked his way through Garen's grave.
That's actually incredibly impressive. Though if you are good at reading your blocks, you can navigate pretty easily in these dungeons if you use a map.
Yep, it's like sonar. But your head hurts. Alright, Mr. Holmes has basically the best gear in the game, sort of the Silver Shield, which might not be happening because I didn't see any easy gold grinding spots. So, I'm not worried about that too much. Plus your stats are growing so fast, who cares? But the question now is, I have the harp. Use to find where the stones are. Deep in Garen's grave. I guess that's the next logical place to go to, because you've explored everywhere else.
And kind of an interesting thing about the Silver Harp is that if you actually use it, it will spawn a random enemy out of a select pool for you when you use it on the world map or in a cave somewhere. Those enemies actually do not change, and I never knew there was a pool of them.
I think originally there was a way to randomize it previously where DL2 could have popped up by accident, and if you killed him, you would have won the game. I think I've seen a few races way back that people were just fishing, they're way behind, just fishing for DL2 spawns to try and get lucky. But I think they fixed the recent versions. Of course, McGrew would know best.
Oh, absolutely. And I know in some of the other Dragon Warrior randomizers, you can actually fight the final boss on the world map or in a cave somewhere. But it'll just give you experience for them and a full heal.
Okay. Yes, I wouldn't want to fight Zoma randomly in the, the first half of the game on DQ3. Or God forbid you to fight Hargon and any boss with heal all. No thank you.
And Mr. Holmes picking up his fairy flute, and looks like he's going to be diving deep into the grave of Garenham for that stone of sunlight.
Doesn't know yet. It's very important. Big ship is our next. So large ship is our next. Full plate and coordinates and bound. And we'll see those numbers and realize, I gotta go save that princess. Not that I want to, but
And Xarnax almost taking an extra step and falling to the barrier in Catlin.
Cards are bad. They were they? 59 west and 68 east, north, something like that. It ends up being Swamp Cave to walking to the top of the area through a sandy mountain around a bend and between two individual water tiles searching.
Well, at least it's a pretty walk up there.
It is ugly. Mr. Holmes defeats the golem. So golems appear to be just a punch bot. Besides, once enough. No, thank you.
And Xarnax trades in his silver harp for the Staff of Rain.
North goes now. Say the princess, I imagine. Mr. Holmes has the stones.
And with that, he is officially in go mode.
Alright, so now Jerk Cave, to my knowledge, was also past the Swamp Cave. You know, Jerk Cave was northeast, I think it was. Xarnax thinks, I'll count. Then realizes, I don't know how to count from here. This is not a place to count from.
Yeah, but you also don't want to fight that blue dragon.
But thou must.
Just give him tummy rubs and it'll be fine.
Again, the extreme HP of the seed is helping him, because otherwise, you know, you're at risk when Mr. Holmes fought the dragon. No matter what happened after he healed, the HP would be low after what attack came next to possibly kill him with 2 dragon breaths. So you couldn't be safe. Mr. Holmes has enough HP to take a punch and be above the threshold of dragon breath kill. Relax it. Don't bonk out by accident to fight him again. Power embraced.
And Mr. Holmes is making quick work over to get the rainbow drop.
Or we're going to grind a bit, because we're at Hawk's Nest.
Couldn't blame him. Cole is right around the corner.
Cole's right there. I believe to the west, pretty close by, is the Jerk Cave. And I'm going to kill this enemy repeatedly and get my stats up. You'll notice though, despite the stats and the incredible armor, Mr. Holmes is still vulnerable to being hit by the Arm Knight pretty heavily. Until the enemy's defense broken, your agility to a certain point above their attack power. His damage formula, which basically is much higher than the other formula. So, armor does help you. To really, really lower the damage in this game, you have to be basically outclass the enemy by a good margin. Oh, no, waste of crit. Slaughters Drakima. It was intriguing to see with a straight HP build that their agility is still higher than their strength, level 14 or 13. So the stats are not piling up as fast as you two for that stat.
Yeah, it's still higher than what I've seen in a couple seeds, where you've only had 7 strength at level 5 or so.
Well, I've done some garbage seeds in the last few weeks, but I'm just curious that the stat you don't buff is one that's getting higher. Meanwhile, I was trying to... Ooh, wow, magic weapon. Surprising the field with Dragon 2 breath that came out of nowhere. Oh boy.
But with Erdrick's armor, it's significantly reduced.
Yep, Holmes is clawing his way towards Cole. I tried to sneak out of Hawk's Nest and a blue dragon ambush, and then almost got to Cole and was, you know, beset by a fire-breathing Maggie Drake. Or Maggie weapon. So, a lot of, sure, quite cheap in that one. Xarnax while I was floating along, trying to find out where my last stuff is. Got the stones and the harp. Ah, you're so close to the armor. It is right there. Ah, armor mi amor.
And I believe it'll be back to Hawk's Nest for Mr. Holmes to grind up a couple more levels, and then we'll probably see a dive into Sharlock shortly.
Indeed. Ooh, have we saw it. The excellent dodge. The Wraith does not care about your feelings. Xarnax also is moving while running, so Xarnax is not trying to fight things right now. Xarnax is trying to find... I mean, Hawks is over there, and Cole's over there. So Xarnax actually needs a token still. Xarnax has not found Cole yet. So, in the ballpark. High five! Xarnax is actually on low MP. Xarnax is actually doing this the hard way. So I don't know if Xarnax can survive this and get the Cold in the same run. If I'm Xarnax, I know around this island somewhere is that town, because I've searched the entirety of the south. It's gotta be up here somewhere.
And we should have about 2 more armored knights for MisterHomes to be hitting level... never mind, I forgot that the experience levels are faster on this seed.
Ooh, it's actually incredible luck. Does not get breathed on by that magic weapon. And finds Cole. Holmes is beating up on that Armor Knight repeatedly. Armor 74 goes to work and realizes there's a pile of 73 Armor Knights behind him. Should I step forward and do my job today, or should I call out sick? Alright, you have all the spells. And Xarnax trades in for the Rainbow Drop. So both races are basically tied in regards to gear, location, and knowledge. They slight edge and experience MisterHomes. So despite being behind for the first 20 minutes of the seed, Xarnax has made up good time coming back. And Xarnax will also go to Hawk's Nest and punch some knights. So what this season's going to come down to now is apparently going to be how far do you want to grind, do you want to go early and risk and dive, or your dive goes smoothly, and do you have any bad luck or possible mismenuing on one of your fights. Because right now, as things stand, if things go hit by hit, MisterHomes has about a, I'd say about 5-minute lead. As long as they're fighting the same enemy repeatedly in the same way, that lead will stay the same. Unfortunately, there's nothing fun in Trolloc either. So Trolloc, actually Trolloc has the fires ring somewhere. If you're feeling really like you need the extra 2 attack power, it's down there somewhere. Back for the round of grinding. Go to Cole, stay at the inn. Have a continental breakfast. And go back for more. To Xarnax decide that the hurt more is always work on Armor Knights. So it's wise to hurt more first, then swing. You might try to gamble on that and swing and then hurt more. You might get surprised. If you're not Ryu, you've missed incredible stats. You know, crazy enemies. Then you savor the co-grind.
Yes, it's a whole lot of stepping left, then stepping right, and pressing A.
Step to the left, step to the right. Press AP times to kill that knight. Do it again. Alright, Xarnax is now level 14, so same level effectively. But the experience lead is done Mr. Holmes is, and again, Mr. Holmes, as long as they fight the same enemies in the same way, will keep that lead basically at the same level. As Xarnax decides to dive early with this low attack power, you can use the death necklace and get a 90, let's see, you'll be at 90 HP, I think. You'll have 123 attack power. Oh yeah, that too. Missed the initial easy hurt more, which was, you know, the mirage of a town behind a swamp was too enticing.
Don't forget level 2 had heal more as well.
Who needs healing? We have hurt more. So I play black and red magic, can you tell?
That's the best kind.
But yeah, so early access to big bomb spells. So that being said, for if you're not playing the first 10 minutes of the seed, a totally different playstyle and being surprised at the finding of Hurtmore, and you caught very well. So you're not behind by anything strange. It could be a whole lot worse.
And just a note for our viewers, don't be too worried about Xarnax being here in chat with us. This is a recorded video of the race between Xarnax and Mr. Holmes. So this race has already been run, but neither me nor Seawolf knows the results.
I got no clue. Mr. Holmes gets okay, here's the change now. Mr. Holmes with a 15, looks at the stats, so I don't think so, Tim, and goes back to grind some more. If Xarnax grinds to 14 and says, I think I can work with this, and goes to Charlock, you'll see differential of stats there. Somebody wins. Unless both decide not to be fools and take half the world.
And I believe the bare minimum attack power that you want to fight the Dragon Lord is about 125. But I think that only gives you 5 to 11?
Yes. Gameway has it in chat. 5 to 11 of damage range. You have 120 or your attack power. Subtract 100 from it. Divide that by 2 for your highest value, divide that by 2 again for your lowest value, and round down. So, Fire's Ring helps you out. Mint Necklace helps you out. But you gotta watch out, because you're still at low HP at that point. So you lose the benefit of having high HP, which is double attacks against Dragon Lord sometimes. So you're trading in, safety for burst damage. Zal agrees with me. Math is hard. BTs, we have plenty of the golden number popping up a few times. Has some good fire breaths, has some coordinates. It's annoying. You look at it, you have to say, nice. Always going back for more. And that's not the golem. The golem is with more experience points than the Armor Knight would be. The fight's a lot longer. So you kind of got to trade off. Can I kill this guy fast enough to make the experience points back? And we know the Armor Knight's a safe fight. So, you never know. Alright, Xarnax, no truth. Xarnax decide to strap on the belt. Nope. Yeah, so stats are pretty good all seed. You're right there. But oh, the pain. Like, oh, I have I have all this HP, I have all this MP. My strength is just not cutting it. And I have a strength name. Where did I go wrong?
And with this amount of HP, you know, I could definitely see the death necklace coming into play here.
Xarnax was actually trying to go out of town. And the game said, no man, you're gonna win. You're gonna win all these fights. You're gonna be so strong. No, please. Let me stop. Yeah, exactly right. The trade-in that you're going to be at that threshold where you're losing your double attack potential, and also you are putting yourself in breath danger risk. And plus with the, again, with the large shield, you might get punched for 48 or 50. You gotta be safe. Yeah, there's fewer spins in the game, like, I got my stats ready, good to go, and Dragonlord just winds up and decks you for 52 on a punch. You're like, oh, I thought I was safe. I was wrong. Rocking the herbs. Xarnax going for a dive, while MisterHomes is going for the grind. Oh, true. If you have Gwaelin, you just like, here, hold this. Dragon was like, what's this? And just start swinging. That buys you around in combat, right? I was gonna be one of my high school little rumbles. I was like, "Guys, I'll punch you." So I gave him my backpack. I was like, what do you need the backpack for? And attack him. If your hands are full, you can't punch me. That works with princesses.
Yes, Gilmup2. I believe that all of the Final Fantasy sprites are able to be used. The main character sprites from Dragon Warrior 3, the character sprites from Dragon Warrior 2, Gwaelin, and Loto are all able to be used.
There's a ton of sprites out there, so you can play the game as you want to. I rolled Luigi.
Oh, completely forgot about the Mario ones and Dragon Warrior 4. You can play as Taloon.
Oh yeah, Taloon. How can Taloon? Taloon's the best, really. Or if you make an 8-bit Yangus.
Yangus is the hero we all need, but Taloon is the hero we deserve.
You're not wrong. Alright, Xarnax dives. MisterHomes is in the process of diving. MisterHomes really can't lose this fight. MisterHomes is super solid. He's buff. He's got HP. He's got MP for days. You can fight with a Mai Tai in one hand and a sword in the other. He'll be fine. Xarnax, however, is going to be a little more dicey, relying on luck, a little bit of skill and finesse. Will he go to the treasury and try and find the fighter's ring? We'll see. Will he strap on that necklace and forego HP for, musculature? Time will tell. Yeah, MisterHomes is going to kill the Dragon Lord. It's going to be ugly. So Xarnax better get this dive and do it right.
This is actually the first time we're seeing wizards.
Yes, wizards are endgame enemies. They ignore spells a lot. They have a certain, if you see them early on in the game, they're pretty quick and they ignore hurt more. Like, they basically can't be hit by it. I think they got a 14 or 15 out of 16 chance to dodge it. So you're not going to hurt more than them, so you gotta hit them physically to kill them.
Which, with Erdrick's sword and 82 strength, isn't too big a deal.
Yeah, right now it's fine. If you're level 5 or level 6 and walk around the map and have an early hurt more and think, I'm doing good for myself, and then see wizards in a group by, like, coal, you're probably in trouble. Xarnax, I watched the last two fights that you ran from, and I'm questioning your chat. Just saying.
I don't know, Game Boy. Last night we had armored knights that only cast hurt. So that was probably the absolute best thing to see in Charlock.
Yeah, that's Armor Knight with doesn't want to punch you. Armor Knight who got his Fisher Price his first spell book and was really into it. Yeah, that's a good thing to find. Secret passage behind the throne. How clever. Holmes goes diving.
Spinach noodles, there's not really anything specific. You just need a ROM or a copy of the Dragon Warrior game, and either a Nintendo or some type of emulator to play it. And the rest you can get through the Discord if you join us.
Oh, now. We have Field Wars. Alright, they're actually approaching the final corridor before the basement proper. Holmes is about 3 levels up. Xarnax goes diving for the ring. Gotta look fancy. Quick, pick a chest. Bottom right.
I'm gonna go with middle right.
Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Alright, that seems a little silly, but the ring does give you an extra bit of attack power. So now your range is 6 to 12.
And that's actually a fix for the randomizer. In the vanilla game, it actually did absolutely nothing.
Like most things that were, equipped items on the NES. See Final Fantasy 1 and half the spells, and Final Fantasy 2 and half the spells.
Well, at least the Dragon Lord doesn't have a heal wall in this.
Stupid Malroth. Yeah, if you're making a game, do yourself a favor for your players and people buy a game. Don't let your final boss do a full heal. That's what we call fake difficulty. Xarnax again is fighting enemies. The agility is a bit low, so Xarnax is afraid to try running from Armor Knight for being basically the third fastest enemy in the game. As well as Charlock, I believe, has a penalty to running, because you're in Charlock. And of course, the Guardian Monster. What shall it be? Fun, please.
Well, we've barely seen anything from them all games, so why not?
We saw Stop, Spell, and Hurt, which means probably Child's Play.
Yeah, now that is a fun police that I would want to see all the time.
So now, if you spent the last 2 hours or 20 minutes grinding at Hawk's Nest for half the experience points, for an enemy that did a lot more damage, you see this guy here. He's like, oh, why? But level 16 happens just before Dragon Lord.
And Xarnax hits 16.
And goes for the gusto.
So this should be a slam dunk for both of our runners, barring a little bit of unluckiness.
Yep. A whole lot of damage. Ambush. MisterHomes also Don's necklace. To be fair though, even with necklace, both races basically have free racing at Dragon Lord. Their HP is super high. They have all the MP in the world. Shouldn't be a problem. Unless you press up one too many times or one too few times.
Yes, BTs. When you don the Death Necklace, you will actually become cursed, lose 25% of your HP, but you gain 10 attack power. And the attack power and negative HP is actually something that was added to the randomizer by McGrew.
It's so good. You can don anything. I've taken apart C-3PO, worn a hat with Velcro on it, and donned C-3PO. You can don anything. Max now, let's see, 141, so 1020.
Let's don a Tauntaun.
Oh, for being hit yourself. I have no idea. probably higher than you want it to be. I think 50 is not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I think 50 is the max that you can be hit with.
I've been. Oh, it's agility, yes. I've been hit for harder. But I know there's definitely a threshold. Let's say you kill a Dragon Lord, you take off his, his thing, you make a Dragon Scale Cloak. You can don that.
And there goes DL2 for Xarnax.
Almost done. Has to actually talk to Gwylin and agree with her. There we go. 111.51 or so is your final time for Xarnax42. On the other side, this is Mr. Holmes fight Dragon Lord 2 and you're on your last 2 hits against him. I'm doing great. This is wonderful. Job done. Oh, the pain. BTs. Who would that be? Who would ignore a possible endgame winning component of play and make the brackets and playoffs? Who would do such a thing? Holmes done as well. Probably clocking around 113 even.
And not a bad race. It was close completely throughout and came down to the Charlock.
Try dive choicing. So Xarnax chose the dive at 15, and Holmes followed at 16. Xarnax wisely chose not to run from enemies because the agility was too low, and was strong enough to kill them pretty quickly, and had the MP to, soak a spare heal if he had to. So ground down, and by luck the final enemy was a red dragon, which is just enough XP to get to the next level, and make it a slam dunk. As we play the same seed, so the results are the same, monsters the same stats, items in the same locations. Otherwise, I'm much of a race, would it? It'd be totally unfair. But there you have it. So this race was a vodcast of a previous race recorded during the last week of play, as a handy lead into our next upcoming race.
Yes, I believe at 8 o'clock tonight, we have Xarnax versus McGrew.
All right, so Xarnax they've seen here, who can grind his way out of a slow start and, punch rank the best of them, versus McGrew the creator, who has done terrible things to this game's programming and left it for our amusement. There it is, round 4 matchup. So it was last week's matchup, and obviously Xarnax's match 5, or week 5 matchup will be now. So stay tuned for a little bit, and we'll get right to it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys all for coming, watching the VOD, and hanging out with us.
We got props in the background. Math Girl 718 taking care of the restream, and Melee Wizard doing the tracking.
Yep, give all of these people a follow.
I do believe next race Who's on the team next race? I think Ferran will be doing our commentary, and perhaps Silverfire as well. Commentary. I see Turnex lurking in the channel to possibly take care of either background stuff or talk themselves. We shall see.
Looks like it will be Game Boy and Mr. Holmes for the 9 o'clock commentary. And possibly Silverfire as a sub. And we will have Furon Burgundy for the 8 p.m. race. And all three of these races are going to be restreamed by MathGirl718.
Make it doing work.
Absolutely. And we'd like to thank our tracker Melee Wizard for providing assistance tracking these runners tonight.
Alrighty, anyone in chat? I mean, Xarnax, you're in chat. Do you have anything you want to say about this scene? Want to do a little interview here? What do you got? We're trying to have a pre-race ritual. To do push-ups, eat exactly 2 eggs. It listens to a certain song from a certain band, goes from there. That's all for chat. We got a few minutes to kill. Do you have any like pre-race rituals you do? I've seen baseball players do it with shimmy and spit both hands and facial gloves at every single at bat for every single swing. So what do we do for our game prep?
Well, I know my game prep is nothing but running Big Swamp Chaos Seeds because I am completely sadistic.
At that point, I figure it can't get worse than this. So whatever comes across me during my race, I'll just roll my eyes and shrug.
All right, and it looks like we are going to have to wrap up for our next race. So thanks for coming out, guys.
All right, everybody, stay tuned for the next race coming up. I got a race at 9 o'clock as well, so you'll probably be able to double dip second half of that race. You'll enjoy your weekends and have some fun.